Getting drugged and robbed in Colombia. Let's go. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Val. And if you hadn't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. As you guys are aware, this is a fairly new YouTube channel, all right? So don't be stingy with your fingers. I'm gonna give you about 5 seconds to do so before we kick it off. All right, so getting drugged and robbed in Medellin. Let's talk about it. But where do I start? Oh my goodness, where do I start? Well, first things first, this whole getting drugged and robbed in Medellin is something that precedes my knowledge way back. I don't remember how many years back, but this is something that's been going on, all right, for some time. But as of recently, I'm gonna say for the past 3 to 5 days, today is August 29th, 2021. Just to clarify for everyone, this is the date of this recording, all right? Amongst the past 3 to 5 days, I've been seeing an influx of fellas getting drugged and robbed in Medellin. And it is breaking my heart. Because first and foremost, I want to say this. As a member of the Black tribal community, right? I didn't mean to put the air quotes to poo-poo it, but like, this is what we call ourselves, right? All right. Any brother that gets got like that overseas, this is an L for all of us, all right? This is an L for all of us. An L for one is an L for all. First things first. Hey, yo, Val, I ain't one of these lame-ass simps, though. If they catch an L, they catch an L. They ain't got nothing to do with me, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Mr. Lone Wolf, I don't know what you're saying. You see, and it's those people like that that we gotta watch out for in our childhood community. We gotta watch out for those people, all right? Those are lone wolves. They're just looking at people to laugh at whenever something goes wrong with them, all right? These are people that think that they're better than the next person. Do away with them, all right? Do away with them. Wingman concept is steady out here. You gotta believe in that wingman concept, all right? Because when you're out there in places like Medellin, for example, you could be outside, walk across the street, you acknowledge another brother, what up, what up? You feel me? Like, you have it in your mind that, wow, if something ever bad was to happen to me, and these brothers were there to witness it, they would have my back, and vice versa. I love the camaraderie that goes on in Medellin, like in real life, in person. But this internet stuff, there's another story, and I'm just not really jagging because there's really people out there that are sharing their stories for the sake of the future, not falling into the same footsteps that they have. And then there's people that are laughing at them, calling them simps and all this sort of stuff, instead of giving them game. It's messed up. It's messed up. So what about the drug in question? What drug are you talking about, Val? The drug is scopolamine. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Please, someone help me out if I'm saying it wrong. Let me know how it's said below in the comments, all right? I don't know too much about the drug, what it looks like or anything like that, but its nickname is Devil's Breath.
Say what?
Now, if that shit does not sound scary to you, I don't know what does, honestly. But I don't want no parts of anything that got to do with Devil's Breath. Like, I got homies that died off of overdosing angel dust. Angel dust, so I don't even want to know what Devil's Breath got in store for a nigga. You feel me? What I've been told about that drug, and this is people that I really built a rapport with while I was out here. People from Bogota, certain other tourists, foreigners that came to live here that's been telling about scopolamine. It is a hell of a drug. It is like a mind-controlled drug. Example, if I drugged you with scopolamine, right? Provided that you're under the influence, I could ask you for your wallet, your cell phone, your shoes, your passport. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to give me everything you got with no questions asked. None whatsoever. You lose all self-restraint when under the influence of scopolamine. And you have absolutely no recollection as to what happened that night at all. Like, it's as if the night never even happened. That's how strong it is. In certain cases, scopolamine can be fatal. You can die off of it. It can kill you. It's freaking nuts. There's been people who told me that they had friends who've been attacked by the drug and they've been vomiting consecutively for 10 days. This sounds like something that I don't want no problems with whatsoever. And sidebar, for those of you who think that the Scopolamine fiasco is only directed at foreigners, gringos, however you want to refer to them as, think again. Locals are just as impacted by the Scopolamine fiasco as well, okay? The reason why you hear it more so happening to foreigners is because, I mean, the answer is pretty obvious. They're after the money. They're after the money, y'all. They're after the money. And the ways you can get in contact with the scopolamine, it happens in a myriad of different and creative ways. It could be put in your drink. Some girl could put it amongst her chest, and you might just have it like, oh baby, come here, Benaki, and you just might have your face all in her breast and all that stuff, licking it and all that other stuff. Like, they're very meticulous the way they plant the drug on you. You got to be very careful. You got to be very careful. So now let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. What steps can I take to help mitigate the risk of me coming in contact with scopolamine? So this is first things first, and this is probably the most important. You have to vet where you're staying. Meaning there has to be a certain list of requirements that your stay has to have in order for you to feel comfortable to book that stay, all right? For example, this is not negotiable. This is not negotiable at all. You need to make sure there's security at the front desk. Obviously, you gotta make sure that Airbnb allows guests to come through, but then again, for the spaces that do allow guests to come through, you gotta make sure that they're on their game. Develop a great rapport with security out up front. Tipping isn't really something that you have to do in Colombia like that. Like, you don't, people, it's not a cultural thing like it is in DR. Let me just juxtapose those two, all right? But if you feeling gracious enough to wanting to tip, go ahead. If you feel like that will, strengthen the rapport between you and the security guard. Security is well informed about the dangers that happen in Medellin. They're well informed. The scopolamine thing is not nothing new to them. They'll probably put you on the game, all right? But they definitely got your back, all right? Every visit that you do bring through, the ID is getting confiscated until they leave. Provided something bad happens to you, hope that they have something archived, all right? So they could track the girl and punish her to the fullest extent of the law has she had done you any type of harm. Making sure that you have a lockbox too is something that is extremely undervalued for some reason. Because let's just be honest, 90% of y'all don't use lockboxes. And you need to start using them. Because Shorty's not going to take the lockbox home with her, you feel me? Like, if you have jewelry, if you have expensive electronics, if you have an expensive phone, hell, even your wallet and your passport, bro, put that in a lockbox. Put that in a lockbox, all right? You shouldn't put anything past these females. You don't think, oh, she's a female, she can't hurt you. No, she can. She can. There is that possibility. And scopolamine wouldn't be the only thing that you have to worry about when it comes to these females too. They could just call a group of guys over and just ransack your shit. Like, it could get that lawless out there if you're not careful is all I'm trying to say. But not going off on a tangent here, make sure you have a lockbox and put all of your important merchandise in that son of a bitch. All right? I'm not playing. Or you could just completely ignore everything that I was just telling you previously and go and proceed with an Airbnb with no security measure. All right, cool. But if you're going to go that route, please do yourself a favor. Stay committed to it because it's not negotiable. But don't bring any female back to your crib. It's either the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. I can't count how many times I've seen fellas yet as part pimping and taking one of the workers back to their crib. Are you out your mind? Oh my gosh, are you out your mind? Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Your house is your safe haven, okay? Your house is your safe haven. The little people know, the better, okay? And to all my pay-for-play brothers out there, please utilize the establishments that Medellin has to offer, all right? There's a myriad of them. Don't go that route that could get you in trouble. No. Go the safer route. You're not paying that much more off the differential when doing so. What? $10, $20 is not that much, all right? Maybe in the other scenario, it could be. But when we're talking about Medellin, when we're talking about traveling, $10, $20 shouldn't be that much of a difference when it revolves around your security, your fun, and your security. The $10 to $20 difference shouldn't matter at all right? If you want to do that, if you want to pay for play, go seek a professional. Go seek an establishment that caters to that, instead of going around in the streets and, you know what I'm saying, messing around with these lawless cats out there. It ain't really worth it. It really ain't worth it. Hearing all these horror stories that's happening to brothers out there, you really think it's worth it? Shooting the dice? It can happen to you. You're not above the situation. I can't stress that enough. Nobody is above getting robbed. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care if you look scary. I don't care if you're a thug back at home. It does not matter. All that crap is out the window once you come here. All right? When you're out in the club, right, and you have a drink in your hand, that drink stays in your hand. If you put that drink down, you're watching a drink. I don't care how many big booties walk past you, you're watching your drink. You could do that cross-eyed thing where you have an eye on the drink and the other eye on the booty, but make sure your eye is always on the drink. If you gotta go to the bathroom, well, guess what? That drink is going with you. Whether you're taking a number 1 or a number 2 or 3 or a 6, that drink comes with you. Whether you're going outside for a smoke break or whatever the case is, that drink is with you, all right? If you're with the group of homeboys that you do trust, you can leave it around them. But other than that, that drink comes with you wherever you go until you finish it, all right? You never want to find yourself in a position where you're putting that drink down around a group of people that you don't trust or around a group of people that you don't know at all, leaving it unattended and then going back to drink it. That's dumb, that's reckless, that's careless. Do not do that. That drink comes with you wherever you go. That drink is your best friend, okay? Because that's one of the ways you could get spiked. If a girl wants to offer you a drink, I'm not saying like, oh, she's gonna buy you a drink from the bar. Nah. Like, hey, I have a drink. Do you want to take a sip of it? Always say no. Always say no. Odds are you're probably gonna already have a drink in your hand anyway. Just be like, nah, I'm good. I got this. Some of them could be a little bit pushy, but stick to your guns and just say no. Don't be with it. You gotta be nope, God. Nope. Shorty, you finish your drink, I'll finish mine. All right? You do not take a drink from Shorty unless you bought it for her and you seen the bartender make it. Even so, I would just still say no, just cause. Just cause. Oh shoot, I dropped something. That ain't important though. And one thing that I have noticed though, and it makes me sad. It makes me really sad because I like to use this method too. But a lot of these horror stories stem off of meeting a girl on Tinder. Why the hell is that? Oh man. It sucks for me because I use Tinder too. Like, shoot. I be lazy at times. Damn. But still, like, this is saying something. That majority of these horror stories are happening there. But then again, it does make sense. So for those guys who have used Tinder, right, while out in Colombia, we could all agree on one thing. Girls don't take you serious once they find out you're overseas, all right? Because they automatically assume that you're just there for the partying, the sex, and the drugs. And if you're going to Colombia in search of the 3, odds are you're coming in with money. And that's their only interest. I mean, they got sex with you for money, right? But hey, why do I even have to give my body up to this fool when I could just get him for what he got and not give him anything in return? I can get more in return of nothing by just drugging him and playing him. You feel what I'm saying? So now that I think about it, it does make sense as to why most of the stuff happens in Tinder. Because there's, you can know what you need to know. You know as much as you need to know on Tinder in order to make your next move. Now, if you're coming from a sinister point of view, it makes so much sense on the chica side of things. Fellas, be careful, man. Be very, very careful. Not gonna like this one though, but I gotta be honest with y'all. Y'all gonna want to avoid happy hours. I'm sorry, but when you come across a situation where you have a group of 2 girls, right, insisting on having a happy hour with you, you have to hold on for a second. What's it called? Cause to pause. Something's not right here. Because most of the times, That's another reason as to why guys get got. Like, now imagine, you're sitting over here, you're getting the main wop and everything like that, and what's the other girl doing? You gotta watch her like, yo, hey, whoa, what are you going in my bag for? Why are you getting top now? It's just an ugly situation. Like, yo, bro. I'm not saying it happened to me. Nah. But it could very well happen. That's what very well does happen. One girl's gonna keep you busy and occupied while the other is just gonna be snoping around the house. They might not make it look that hot, you feel me? But trust me, there's one that's almost always going to be observing. Alright? This is simple math for y'all. So, I mean, one way is like, hey, yo, come here. You're in the bed too. I paid for you too. So you gotta come here with your friend. Like, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Or you could just make sure that all your stuff is kept hidden. You follow the steps before to avoid that. But honestly, I strongly suggest that you stay away from the happy hours. One, they're overrated, overpriced, and you just might find yourself in a whole mess of more trouble going that route. It's just overwhelming. It's really not as hyped up as it is even portrayed to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, you might have great times, but other than that, more likely than not, you could be getting got. Especially if shorty sees something that she likes in your crib, all right? Be careful. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Honestly, I believe that's it for now. If you guys have any more suggestions, have any more insight, tips, intel, please leave it down on the comments below, because at the very least, I want this to be a learning forum. Let's continuously spit game so we can make sure that our brothers are safe when they're out overseas to travel. I can't say by speaking out against this is going to totally eradicate this from happening, but it will help mitigate risk, right? Which is a word that's become pretty redundant in this video, mitigate risk. Also, if you've been a victim of such crime related, please reach out to me or any other YouTuber so we can put you on a public forum. Or if you want to keep it completely anonymous, we'll mention the story to the public, but keep your identification safe, all right? So you have the option of whether, going out in public and speaking your story, or you can have it in the back burner, but we need to get these stories out so brothers could understand the circumstances that they're in, so they could be reminded of themselves, hey, yo, this happened to such and such, maybe I shouldn't go this route. This is the type of stuff that we do need, all right? So please don't be scared in sharing your story. This is not for entertainment purposes. We're all travelers, so we're all trying to make sure that we're safe when we're out overseas, all right? For those of you who do feel otherwise and want to laugh and poke fun at these situations, see yourself out of the community and be the lone wolf that you are. No one's bothering you, but just going about your business and leave us alone. You feel me? So with that being said, let's talk about the whole entire rundown of the video, all right? So first we have making sure that security is on point at your place of residence, okay? The other alternative is to not go that route where there's security at your crib, but you got to understand that you can't take a girl back home. You have alternatives for that. 3, utilize the establishment that Medellin or any city in Colombia has to offer for you to, get your rockers off. There's plenty to go around. Go about it that way instead of, trying to park it as Pimping, freestyle from there. It's a lot safer going to a professional establishment. 4, keep an eye on your drink at all times. Keep an eye on your drink at all times. Take your drink wherever you go. All right? Whether it's to the bathroom, you're taking a 1 or a 2, take it with you. Sorry. And take a sip of it while you're at it. All right? You're going out for a smoke break, take it with you. The only exception is if you have friends who are completely trustworthy. And even then, I put an asterisk on that because there's so much beautiful women in Colombia. They might get distracted. They might not be worried about your drink for that split second, and then boop, someone drops something in there, son of a bitch. It's so likely to happen because, like I said, all it takes is for that split second for you to not be on your game, for you to get got. All right. And lastly, you should never accept a drink that doesn't come from your cup. All right. If somebody offers you a drink, say no. No, 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 right? You got your own drink, she got hers, all right? Even if you saw the bartender make it, I'll let her have her drink. Even if you bought her a drink, all right, from the bartender, and you saw him make the drink right in front of your face, it's her drink. Stick to those principles, all right? And I guarantee you, you can go. Now, I'm not gonna guarantee you nothing. Whoa, 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 let me pump the brakes now. I'm not gonna guarantee you nothing, but the risk being mitigated that you will be getting drugged and robbed in Medellin. So in conclusion, whenever you're outside your comfort zone, all right, outside the confines of your own home, you always want to make sure that you have your eyes on the swivel. You want to keep in mind that you're always being watched. And when you develop that mindset, it's going to allow you to think a lot more rational about the decisions that you make, okay? Again, I'm sorry I had to make this my first video, but this was something that was weighing in my mind, and I had to get my message across to y'all. I really did, all right? So, again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is your boy Backpack Val. First of many videos to come to y'all, so please hit that like and subscribe button, because we finna take off, you feel me? So, to all my travelers out there, whether you're at home or away from home, please be safe, all right? I gotta bounce. I got a busy day ahead of me. Y'all be easy and stay blessed, all right? Ciao.